Okay, this week's picture round consists of 5 images which are going to be shown on the screen shortly. Each image is a mashup of 2 famous people's faces. You get 1 point for naming each correct person, and there is 10 points altogether to play for. If you want to enter the raffle and you haven't already done so, please enter your quiz name and your name onto the chat function below. The main quiz will be starting at 8:30. This is your 2-minute warning. The quiz will start in 2 minutes.
Hello, good evening, welcome back to another LR Leisure quiz. Thank you for joining us. If you're a regular or a new person, thank you for coming along. As usual, we're going to kick off with the general knowledge round, and that is with me this week. We've got a few other rounds, including the specialist round and a special guest for our music round, so we hope that you enjoy it. And remember to stick around for the raffle. If you haven't already, add your name in the chat box, so anybody that's new coming along to this, if you want to have a chance at winning our raffle, which gets you a free hamper of your choice delivered to your door of up to £40. Lots of nice ones to choose from. If you want to be with a chance of winning that, you just need to add your name and your team name. It can just be, even if it's just you, or it could be a group of you. Pop it in the chat function and I'll get you added to the list. And then we'll draw the raffle at the end of the evening. So we'll start with the general knowledge round. If everybody's ready, pen and paper ready. Question 1, what is the largest organ in the human body? What is the largest organ in the human body? Question number 2, vanilla comes from which flowers? Vanilla comes from which flowers? Question number 3, what was Sri Lanka called before the country's name changed in 1972? What was Sri Lanka called before the country's name changed in 1972? Question number 4. Beatles legend Paul McCartney is not using his first name. Can you tell me what his real first name is? So Beatles legend Paul McCartney is not using his real first name. So can you tell me what his correct first name is? Question number 5. Which actor voiced Shrek? Which actor was the voice of Shrek? Question number 6. Who was the youngest British Prime Minister to date? Who is the youngest British Prime Minister to date? Question number 7. How many species of elephants are there? How many species of elephants are there? So you get a point for the correct number. We'll also give bonus points if you can name all the species that there are, the correct names for them. Question number 8. From which country does gin come from? From which country does gin come from? Question number 9. How many noble gases are there? How many noble gases are there? And finally, question number 10. Which country is goulash the national dish for? Which country is goulash the national dish for? So that completes our general knowledge round. Keep an eye on the screen for the answers for if you missed any. Good luck with the rest of the quiz. See you later for some more rounds and fun.
Okay, so now it's time for your sports round. It's 10 questions as normal, and we'll start with question number 1. Who is the only team to beat Liverpool so far in this year's Premier League? Who is the only team to beat Liverpool so far in this year's Premier League? Okay, question number 2. Which Formula One team does Lewis Hamilton currently race for? Which Formula One team does Lewis Hamilton currently race for? Question number 3. How many hurdles does a runner jump in a 100-metre hurdle race? How many hurdles does a runner jump in a 100-metre hurdle race? Question number 4. In cricket, what is the umpire signalling when pointing both hands up in the air? In cricket, what is the umpire signalling when pointing both hands up in the air? Okay, question number 5. How many players are there on a water polo team? How many players are there on a water polo team? Question number 6. In what country is the 2023 Rugby World Cup being held? In what country is the 2023 Rugby World Cup being held? Question number 7. In golf, what club can also be referred to as a Texas wedge? In golf, what club can also be referred to as a Texas wedge? Question number 8. Which English football team is nicknamed the Canaries? Which English football team is nicknamed the Canaries? Question number 9. What is the name of the basketball player who passed away in a helicopter crash in January this year? What is the name of the basketball player that passed away in a helicopter crash in January this year? And question number 10, which sport involves tucks and pikes? Which sport involves tucks and pikes? Okay, so that's your lot. So we'll now display those questions on the screen, and you've got a couple of minutes just to go through your answers before we move on to the next category.
Evening everyone, my name's Adam Ford, Deputy Director of Customer Services, but as most of you just know as ADS. I'm absolutely thrilled to be tonight's secret guest. As most of you know, I am partial to wearing a bow tie, so I have put one on tonight, albeit with a twist, because my round is classical music. You're going to hear 5 snippets of some famous classics. It's 1 point for the name of the piece, another point for the composer, and then I'm going to ask you a bonus question related to that piece of music, and that's worth a huge 5 points. So this is all to play for. So if you're ready, let's get cracking. The first one's a nice easy one. So, your bonus question. That piece was originally written to accompany which Shakespeare play? That piece was originally written to accompany which Shakespeare play? So, piece 2. bonus question. Which brewer used this music for their 2017 Arctic advert? Which brewer used this piece of music for their 2017 Arctic advert? Tune 3. Bonus question. This has become the theme tune to which yearly event? This has become the theme tune to which yearly event? Tune 4. Bonus question. Which band had a #1 hit using the melodic harmony of this piece in 2019? Which band had a #1 hit using the melodic harmony of this piece in 2019? Piece 5. Bonus question. This piece is associated with horror and spookiness, all because it was used in which 1930s film? This piece is associated with horror and spookiness, all because it was used in which 1930s film? Good luck, everyone.
Okay then, for this round there's 10 questions. Each is a catchphrase or a slogan. All you need to do for the point is to tell us what the slogan of the catchphrase relates to. So this could be a brand, a company or a product. Okay, question number 1. Live well for less. Live well for less. Number 2. It won't let you down. It won't let you down. Number 3. Impossible is nothing. Impossible is nothing. Number 4. It's a bit of an animal. It's a bit of an animal. Number 5. Simples. Simples. Number 6. Buy it, sell it, love it. Buy it, sell it, love it. Number 7. The lighter way to enjoy chocolate. The lighter way to enjoy chocolate. Number 8. It's got our name on it. It's got our name on it. Number 9. Loves the jobs you hate. Loves the jobs you hate. And finally, question number 10. Full of Eastern promise. Full of Eastern promise. Okay, that's your lot. Good luck.
So time for the specialist round. This week's specialist round is 1980s trivia. So that gave me a whole range of things to sort of get some answers for. So hopefully we've got a good mix. You might have been able to slot up on some of these. Some of these might be ones that you just don't know. So question number 1. What did ocean explorers finally locate in 1985? What did ocean explorers finally locate in 1985? Question number 2. Which menu item did McDonald's unveil in 1983? Which menu item did McDonald's unveil in 1983? Question number 3. Which Star Wars movie was popular in 1980? Which Star Wars film was popular in 1980? Question number 4. Which musician released the album Thriller in 1982? Which musician released the album Thriller in 1982? Question number 5. Which British pop group won the 1981 Eurovision Song Contest? Which British pop group won the 1981 Eurovision Song Contest? Question number 6. Which famous computer program was released for the first time in 1983? Which famous computer program was released for the first time in 1983? Question number 7. What was the name of the popular children's doll released in 1983 that even caused rioting in stores? What was the name of the popular children's doll released in 1983? So it also resulted in riots and looting before Christmas because this doll was so popular. Question number 8. In the movie Forrest Gump, what is the name of the company that he starts off when he goes out on his boat? What is the name of the company he starts up when he goes out on his boat? And I'll give you a bonus point if you can tell me the name of the boat. So this is after he's been in Vietnam. What is the name of the company that he starts up in his boat? And a bonus point if you can tell me the name of the boat. Question number 9. What animated cyborg police officer faced off against minions set loose by the nefarious Dr. Claw in a TV series that ran from 1983 to 1986? Which animated cyborg police officer faced off against minions set loose by the nefarious Dr. Claw in a TV series that ran from 1983 to 1986. Finally, question number 10. Which arcade game gained worldwide popularity after its release in Japan in 1980? Which arcade game gained worldwide popularity after its release in Japan in 1980? Okay, that completes the specialist round. Good mix of questions in there. Hopefully some that you got, maybe some that stumped you a little bit. If you missed any, they'll be up on the screen now, so you can just have a double check, see if you've got all the right answers.
That's all your questions for this week's quiz. We're now going to take a quick 5-minute break and we'll be back shortly to go through the answers.